Ahoy! And welcome to the Boating Hour with Captain Rick. The Boating Hour brings you the latest and greatest essential information about everything that sails, floats, or motors upon the high seas of Southern California. From landlubbers to old salts, there'll be something for everyone. So climb aboard and get ready to sail with Captain Rick.
Ahoy out there, and welcome to the Boating Hour. I'm Captain Rick, and I want to thank you for joining us here on AM 870. We're here every Saturday at 4 p.m. Please be sure to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com. And now, all over social media, please like and subscribe. Instagram, Facebook. We're now on Rumble and YouTube. Check out us, the Boating Hour with Captain Rick on YouTube. Thanks to our sponsor for our show today. For a healthy gut, the best probiotic on the market, Livia One Probiotics, natural, organic, and allergen-free. Well, I want to introduce my guest right away, Penny. Penny, this is exciting to have you on the show. We got some exciting stuff to talk about. How are you doing, Penny?
I am great, Captain Rick. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you are a Marina Del Rey, resident, and your business is there as well?
I am. We work on the west side. I work at Party Properties. I am a real estate agent that sells in Marina Del Rey all the time.
Okay, well, I can't afford Marina Del Rey, but I am a Marina Del Rey local, so one of these days, but this is exciting. Okay, I want to start out with you talking about your catamaran story. So let's start the show with your catamaran story.
Okay, great. So as you know, I'm not that much of a boater, okay? I'm not completely foreign to boating, and we'll get to that later.
But you're around all kind of boating people and boating friends, and you're in the boating community, yeah.
Exactly. I am in the boating community. So speaking of that, I went out on a catamaran, a really big catamaran the other day, a beautiful catamaran, and it was a friend of mine's boat. And we went out from Marina Del Rey all the way through, up to Malibu, and then down back past Marina Del Rey to Manhattan Beach. And it was so much fun. I hadn't been on a boat in many, many years. And it was right after that big storm, so the seas were a bit rocking. And it was an interesting sail. And not only did we do that a couple times, go back and forth, but we actually caught all the Wednesday racers down in the South Bay. And so we started racing with them.
Okay.
So that was interesting. And what was really pretty was seeing the real estate from the other side of the road, basically. Seeing Santa Monica and Venice and Palisades and Malibu from the other side was so pretty. We live in such a great state.
Well, it's an interesting thing. Mike Lenneman, who's been on my show many times, he's also from Marina Del Rey, and he's a catamaran sailor, and he's built boats too. He mentioned something to me that was very interesting, that years ago, or actually decades, a century ago, most cities and towns were built so that you would see the town from the ocean, because that's how travel was. People didn't come by car and by rail. They came by boats. And now things have turned around, but to see it from the ocean is wonderful. Well, that's exciting to be amongst the racers, because next week we have a show with a Wednesday night racer. And I'll tell you, this is a familiar story. A lot of people go out with friends for the first time in a long time, and then all of a sudden they get the bug, and they get a boat, and they're out a lot. And this is the story of Mary, our guest next week. She's going to talk about exactly that. And now she's in demand on serious racers want her because she's so good at racing. So that's next week's show. Well, let's talk about how excited you are in boating, because now you're going to be involved with the upcoming Halloween parade. So how did you get involved with that? And then we'll introduce Craig in a second. How did you get involved, and what's the inspiration, and what's going on next week with the Halloween parade?
Well, let's see. My past life was in the music business, and I knew Craig from that business. And he had asked me about the Halloween boat parade, and I'm all in. I love Halloween. And I love the Christmas parade, and so this boat parade is right up my alley, and here we are. We're hosting the Halloween boat parade. It's called Ola Halloween, and this year is really important because we're supporting the Spirit Halloween retail store over in Marina Del Rey. That store is located above the DSW shoe store. And if you purchase a $2 wristband, a donation is given to the UCLA Children's Hospital.
God, that's magnificent.
It's so important. We've got to support our children in every sense of the word, and this is one great way to do it. I know nationally they have basically collected $1.5 million for the Children's Hospital. So if all you boaters out there are joining the parade, go buy your stuff over at the Halloween boats or Halloween spirit store and put it on your boat and get that $2 wristband.
What's your company? Parody, tell us your company. Let's plug your company real quick. And what's the website?
Well, my company is Party Properties. We're number one on the west side. We're a boutique firm that does a lot of business. We are very good at what we do, and Katie Pardee and I are partners, and we are together and working real estate. Real estate's been a little tough this year because of the interest rate hikes, but we're still very busy. We're closing deals, and we're getting people in escrow.
Well, it's a beautiful place.
Any questions, the shameless plug is if you have any questions, people, call me.
Okay, well that's wonderful. Well, let's get Craig on the line. Josh, my producer here, can we get Craig on the line? The originator and founder of the Halloween Boat Parade.
Ahoy, Captain Rick.
All right,
how are you, sir?
This is great. We got Craig on the line. Well, Craig, thanks for coming back on the show. But I want to begin with how did this? Tell us the origins of this parade. This is now the second year, so it's going to be an annual. So we're going to see this every year. Let's talk about the idea of coming up with the parade, how it went last year, and what do we got to look forward to in the parade this year, next week, right?
Yeah, it's October 28th at 8 p.m. in Marina Del Rey. We would love to have you join the parade. You register your boat at HalloweenBoatParade.com. The origin of the parade is, hey, it's Halloween. Let's do something on the water.
Okay.
The kids are going trick or treating. Let's do something that kids can participate in, make it family friendly. But the adults love, everybody loves decorating their boat for the holiday parade. And we are, we're pretty active in that parade, having won numerous times for Best Yacht Club and Best Powerboat and Best Sailboat. So we know something about decorating boats. So I'm like, let's do something for Halloween because it's just so much fun to decorate spooky boats and put them on the water. So October 28th at 8 p.m. is going to be fantastic.
And how do people find out to get their boat in or to crew or to watch or to look? How do they find out about it?
So go to HalloweenBoatParade.com and you can follow us on Instagram at Instagram.com/HalloweenBoatParade. There's an email address. Send us your statistics and your information on your boat, and we'll hit you back and send you your number, your entry number for the parade. So it's real easy to do. HalloweenBoatParade.com, HalloweenBoatParade@gmail.com, and we'll send you back a number. And if you'd like to contribute for the kids, $25 donation suggested, but you're under no obligation to do that. And last year was fantastic. This year, we have a Grand Marshal from KTLA-5. Kirk Hawkins is Penny's friend. So there's an interesting story about how Penny and Kirk met doing one of their Kirk's in the real estate business, too. So we've got a super-duper Grand Marshal, Kirk Hawkins, who is going to be on our committee boat, which is the Conqueror 100-foot boat. And we'll have an after party on the Conqueror as well. So Kirk comes to us via Penny. So Kirk and Penny are buds.
And he does the KTLA morning news.
Yes, he does. And he does evening, too.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, and he's got a podcast. If I remember, I remember him talking. He's a swim teacher, and he's got the Morning Toast, a podcast called the Morning Toast. He's a pretty exciting. I can't wait to meet him because I'll definitely be there. But I want to talk real quickly about my favorite place in the world. People from all over the world come to Catalina. So I missed it this year, but let's get a little report on Buccaneer Day previous weekend.
So Buccaneer Day went off as usual. It was last weekend, and I cast of thousands and wenches and pirates and all that good stuff. Good music. You got to get your buffalo milk, and it was a really, really beautiful weekend. So the rap story for 2023 Buccaneer Day was it was a raging, rousing success. And just like the Halloween Boat Parade, a good time was had by all. So it was a great weekend at Two Harbors in Catalina last weekend.
Okay, that's pretty exciting. So, did you see Captain Bligh? Who did you see over there?
All kinds of captains and all kinds of wenches.
Okay,
we're in Two Harbors. You name it, they were there, and boats coming in and out. It was, if you haven't experienced Buccaneer Day, you need to do that sometime. Put that on your bucket list. Buccaneer Day is a great time.
Yeah, it's people that are regulars that go there talk about it. They look forward to it. It's one of their best weekends of the year, and I have been there, and I haven't been there in a while, but I'm going to plan on. I'll be there next year, so I'm going to dress up as either a pirate or a wench. What do you think I'll look better in?
Thank you. I think you should lean piratey there, Captain Rick.
All right, I think I might do that.
Best call. I know we don't want to get you going in the wrong direction there, so that's good.
The Spirit of Halloween charity. How did you come about that? It's an amazing charity, and I hope people are inspired to donate and get the wristband. Let's talk about that a little bit and the people involved in it and where they go, where the store is, and how they find it, and how to get involved and to donate to the charity.
Well, these Spirit Halloween stores are national, so there's one on Maxella that Penny referenced. There's another local one in Westchester too, over by the Target store off of Lincoln. So they're all over the place. They're national in scope, and they've been doing this for a while. Matt is the manager over at the Maxella store. He's fantastic, and everybody go over there to the Spirit Halloween store on Maxella or Westchester and get your decorations there, because they have everything. They have costumes, they have lights, they have gigantic things to put on your boat. You can go as Barbie, you can go as Wednesday Addams, whatever the girls want. Girls love dressing up for Halloween. So be Barbie, be Wednesday Addams, go get your stuff at Spirit Halloween and make a donation, and it'll be great. So again, I just want to make sure we want as many boats and sailors and captains and crew as possible. So please go to the HalloweenBoatParade.com website and enter your boat. Send us an email with the name of your boat and the information. We'll send you back a number, and we'll look forward to seeing you out there October 28th. At 8 p.m. with the after party on Conqueror.
Yeah, Halloween, one of my favorite holidays of all. I used to have so much fun and love going to all the different events. So, one thing I want to ask you, Craig, I've never asked. We've been friends for a long time. I've never asked you this. Are you a fisherman? Do you ever go out? Have you ever listened to the fish report on the show that we have? I've never known if you're out there with the fishing pole.
I love going fishing, and my favorite fish story isn't in the marina. It's in Cabo San Lucas, and we got in the middle. We were out fishing, and the boys got on the radio, and we hit it hard. And then the next thing we knew, we were in the middle of a school of tuna, probably as far as you could see, probably a mile wide and deep of tuna. Obviously, you can tell when the tuna are running because the dolphins swim with them. And you'd stick your pole in the water and pull it out, and there you go. Just that's the most beautiful fish in the world. So I caught a sailfish that day too.
Oh no!
So yeah, that was a lucky fish day. So yes, I enjoy fishing. So, and I do listen to your report.
Yeah,
it's something.
Yeah, we get Captain Dave on a lot. How about you, Penny? Are you a fisherwoman?
No, I'm not a fisherwoman, but I'm not necessarily foreign to the boating world either. My dad, I grew up with model boats.
Oh,
My
no
dad
kidding.
was
Okay.
the forefront. He was the forerunner, forefather, I guess, of radio control model boating, Steve Muck, and back in the 60s. And so in 1975, we had a race that was in the harbor right in front of Marina City Club, and all the offshore guys were there, and they went out to Catalina, and I think Bob Norskog won that race back then. I met Rocky Aoki from Benihana. It was a fun time.
It sure
was. Like
was.
12.
My father was into I built some of those model boats with my father. I'm actually a member. I should get them on the show. There's a model boat, and they race. They actually have little regattas. The remote control, the boats aren't powered, the sailboats, but you can operate just like you're sailing. And I'm not sure if there's any events coming up in locally, but it's a big group of people. I get the magazine, so model that really brings back some great times in my youth. A model boat. I didn't know you were into that. Do you still have any of those little model boats?
Oh yeah, Dad's got them all over his garage. He's almost 91 now, and he's still making them.
Oh my goodness! Can I come over and take some pictures and look at them?
Yeah, well, he's in Dallas. But you can, okay?
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you something. I'll take a trip to Dallas. I'll find a horse and no, I may not. But I would love. I tell you something. That would be a trip that I would love to do to see the model boats, because that's something that is really exciting. I know the Scouts at one time were involved with this. So the Halloween boat parade. Craig, let's go back to the Halloween boat parade. So what are we looking forward this year to? What kind of boats? By the way, have you ever counted how many lights on some of the boats that you have decorated? I mean, are there actually 100,000 lights on your boats?
I don't know the exact number, but I know I love inflatables, and I love the 10-foot inflatables, 15-foot inflatables, putting them on top of the flybridge and stuff. So it's like the Macy's parade. You got to have 58,000 guide wires so the thing doesn't fly away.
Right,
fly
of
away
course.
on you. So we love doing that. But yeah, I mean, last time we had two auxiliary generators going just to make sure we didn't black out there, because that's a secret too. If you don't, your boat's got a generator, but it's always good to have an extra one or two if you're rocking a lot of lights, because if you got a DJ and you got the music going, you got the lights going, boy, you're going to pull some power. So it's always good to get an auxiliary. And then I don't know if it was you, somebody told me it might have been you that Home Depot rents those too, so you can just rent them for a day or something if you don't want to make the investment.
They do. They rent the generators. Although we have a California restriction now that they want to get rid of the gas powered generators, so that takes those beautiful well-made Hondas out, and they're very safe and very economical, and it's really a shame that they're doing that, but. One size doesn't fit all, but they've passed this rule. They don't want the gas-powered, Honda generators. They were absolutely fantastic. But, yeah, they still rent at Home Depot. Well, I know you've got thousands of lights, but I tell you that should be an award, although it takes someone to count it, the person with the most lights. Because when the parades come, of course, last year's, Halloween parade, I'm sure this year coming up, and then, of course, the holiday Christmas parades that come up everywhere, from Newport Beach to, San Diego to Santa Barbara. Every marina has some kind of a holiday. It's really exciting to see that. So what boat is the Grand Marshal going to be on?
Well, we're going to have the Grand Marshal is going to be on the power boat for the committee boat, and one of the sailboats too, About Time with Captain Richard. So we got that, and then the party will be on the Conqueror. So we've got a lot of going back to the power thing though. With LED lights, it's much better.
Yes,
you draw a lot less power. You draw a lot less power than you did with the old even the little twinkly Christmas lights. So it's nice if you can use LED lights because it draws, I don't know, significantly less power, and it makes it a lot easier to kind of add those million lights that you like to talk about.
Yeah, that's exciting, and people are you going to go all around the harbor? Can people watch the parade from Burton Chase Park?
People can watch from Burton Chase Park. We're a little different than the Christmas Boat Parade, because the Christmas Boat Parade stays in the main channel, and we like to go up and down the fingers. We like to go so you can see us from Tony P's, who's one of our sponsors. Thank you, Tony. So you can see us from Tony P's, or the Warehouse. Thank you, Warehouse, and Marina City Club, and up and down the various basins. So we're not just in the main channel. So it gives a chance for people at a couple of the yacht clubs, Cal and Delray, to get a better look at the Halloween boats.
That is really exciting. I'm so glad we're talking about this. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there. I have a costume, a pretty obscure costume. It's called the Captain Rick costume. I will have my co-host, the Sleep Tight teddy bear that protects and guards children when they sleep at night. It's the Coast Guard teddy bear. So my mascot and co-host will be with me, and I will be there. This is really exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing the boats and seeing you guys, and see. I'd like to make sure I get pictures with the Grand Marshal. So this is real exciting to see the Grand Marshal and to talk about the things that he does. The Morning Toast in the morning, his podcast, and then, of course, KTLA Morning News. And Penny, tell us, let's plug, before we go, your real estate company again. And then, Craig, you tell us how we find out, follow both, before the parade, during the parade, and after the parade. So, Penny, let's start with you with your real estate company.
Okay, great. Well, it's Party Properties. We are an amazing company. We are a boutique a real estate firm that's located in Venice and also Mar Vista. We sell all over the West Side, and we're here for you. And if you need any questions, have any questions, need any real estate advice, please do call us.
That's fantastic. And Craig, how do people find out about the parade? How do they register their boat? And how do they look at the website again to find out before, during, and after?
Register your boat at HalloweenBoatParade.com. There's a Gmail address, HalloweenBoatParade@gmail.com. Send us your information. We'll send you back a number. It's as simple as that. And for all the fun stuff, who's lighting up their boats with what? Who's getting their stuff from Halloween Spirit Store? Go to Instagram.com/Halloween Boat Parade and hashtag Halloween Boat Parade and that Halloween Boat Parade. So we'll see you all out there October 28th at 8 p.m. And it's real and it's spooktacular, Captain Rick.
Well, I'm looking forward to being spooktacular. Well, that's all the time that we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our show. As always, we're so very fortunate to have such wonderful and exciting guests. And let's not forget the Coasties, protecting our waters, America's lifesavers and guardians of the sea. Go to cgaux.org to find out about boater safety information, classes, and volunteer opportunities and the glorious history of the Coast Guard Auxiliary. So they're volunteers, the civilian volunteers that assist the Coast Guard. Please be sure to find us and subscribe on social media, now on YouTube, Instagram, Rumble, and Facebook. We need your support. Let's keep the show going. Find us on social media. Give us a like and subscribe to keep the program going. Remember, if you do it right and follow the guidelines and safety precautions, there's no place like being out there in the water, in the fresh air and sunshine in beautiful, sunny Southern California. Here at the Boating Hour with Captain Rick, we cover everything that sails, motors, and floats from San Diego to Santa Barbara. Thanks for being with us today, and please be sure to join us next week and every Saturday at 4 p.m. on AM 870. Thanks to our sponsor for this show today, For a Healthy Gut, Livia One Probiotics. I want to thank our guests, Penny and Craig, today, and it's spooktacular, the Halloween Boat Parade coming up in Marina del Rey. This is Captain
Thank
Rick.
you, Captain Rick.
Thanks again to my wonderful guest. This is Captain Rick. Make sure you go to theboatinghour.com. Ahoy and fair winds to all.